Hello, everybody. It's the creative one. I'm here with a new video. I hope everybody's doing good today. Today's video is going to be about the LA fires, also known as the Palisades fire. So the fire has started on January 7th in the morning time. There's a lot of theories on how this fire started. They tried to say it was the weather, but I don't see how that's possible because it was not hot. Obviously, somebody set the fire, and then the winds were just so crazy that it just got out of control. They say that it was arson, that somebody started the fire, possibly homeless people started it. I could believe that. This fire definitely wasn't because of a power line or the weather. I definitely feel like, in my opinion, it was started. I think it was an arson. Some people think that this was a government planned thing. I wouldn't doubt that. They are planning on building a smart city in LA in 2028, I believe. And I was also hearing that they wanted to do some things for the Olympics in 2028, which will be in California. This whole thing is just really sad. I'm from Southern California, the LA area. I lived in the San Fernando Valley, Pasadena, downtown LA, Hollywood area. So I'm very familiar with these areas. I think the fire is very unfortunate. 27 people have lost their lives so far. 40,000 acres have been burned. All of Malibu has been burned. Pretty much all, if not all of Pasadena has been burned down. A lot of the Hollywood Hills. It's just really sad. It's unfortunate. I definitely think there's an agenda behind this. This was definitely something that was planned. It was not an accident. It was several fires at one time, so that says a lot. California is already very expensive. There's so many homeless people out there, so many. I know it's going to get even worse now. Thousands of people had to evacuate from their home. I know they lost so much property, so much valuables. It's just really sad. Even if they're wealthy or even if they're a celebrity, I still feel sorry. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to see anybody's property get burned. Anytime I see things like this, I think like, damn, what if this was me? What if I was in that position? Like I said, I am from Southern California, so this hits home for me. I don't like to see any tragedy happen anywhere, but it's just really sad. I live in Las Vegas now. I've been in Vegas for 5 years now. It's just a shame to see how these fires, happen. They say that the insurance policy, that it canceled 3 months before these fires. They definitely knew that this was going to happen. I feel like this was definitely planned. Like I said, this is all my opinion. I don't have any kind of proven information, but just from what I see in the media and just how things sound, it sounds like it was set up. They are short on firefighters. Saying that you have to pass a certain test and a certain background to be a firefighter. I guess they're saying a lot of people are not qualified. I know you can't have any felonies. Firefighters, they're saying they're not getting paid enough. They're also afraid of risking their life as well. So I've seen one video clip with one lady. She said that they were supposedly trying to put a fire out, and she said that there was no water coming out of that fire hose. So I don't know. That's very, very scary. That's very sad. I feel for everybody in California who's going through this. Hopefully, this fire could be put out very soon. I know multiple celebrities have lost their home. Mel Gibson, Janie Aiko, Paris Hilton, Jamie Lee Curtis, just plenty. We all know California is the home of plenty wealthy people and many celebrities. But that's BS, how California doesn't have any money, enough money for insurance and for the fire department. I mean, come on. If anything, California should have money. I mean, everybody knows California is stupid expensive. They tax the hell out of their residents. California is so expensive. They should definitely have money, when a natural disaster or something occurs. And then them canceling, that insurance policy 3 months before all this happened, like, that's not a coincidence. It's not. It's a lot going on behind the scenes. I try to think positive, but it's just, technology is taking off like crazy every day. Technology is getting bigger and bigger. And I believe, the theory that they're trying to, rebuild LA. I seen a video with Governor Gavin Newsom saying that they want to rebuild Los Angeles 2.0. He was smiling and laughing while talking about the fire. It's like, why are you smiling and laughing in this situation? Like, this is nothing to laugh about. But they say that one of the fires was started by an immigrant named Juan. From what I know, this man didn't even speak any English. He was walking around with a torch, setting a fire. I guess some people in the area of Woodland Hills had seen him and spotted him and stopped him. This is a picture of the man. Like I said, his name is Juan. He started one of the fires in the Woodland Hills area. That's interesting how... I guess they said the fire started in the Palisades, but this man, he was in the Woodland Hills area when he started this fire, or allegedly started the fire, because, I don't know, you guys, this is just what the media shows us. I think it's more behind the scenes. From what I know, I guess the man was homeless. I can believe that it was a couple people, homeless people who started this fire. I could believe that theory. But this fire was definitely on purpose, whether it was the government, whether it was homeless people, whether it was a little bit of both. This fire definitely was no accident at all. That's very evident. So it's very unfortunate. Los Angeles, Southern California is not going to be the same after this fire. Plenty of people, thousands of people needed to evacuate, needed to, find another home. I'm pretty sure a lot of Californians are going to move to another state. I know the rent is just going to be crazy expensive in California, because after this happened, it's going to get even more expensive out there. But it's going to be very interesting, to see how everything plays out, how they rebuild everything. It's just, crazy. I know some celebrities such as Mel Gibson has spoke out. Eddie Griffin has also spoke out about it. He made some very good points in his video. It's just sad. Like, a lot of people just don't know what the hell is going on. 2025 had just started and it's already these fires and already things going on. So, yeah, but, I just want everybody to be safe out there. I know in California, people were complaining, they had no power, they had no water. I heard that there was some people stealing, looting. I heard something about it was some homeless people or some random people dressed up as firefighters going into people's house stealing. I have no idea how these people were able to get a firefighter uniform. That just sounds crazy to me. But, it's just getting really out of control. It's really sad. I hope they put out these fires soon. I heard that there has been more fires. People just starting these fires out of nowhere. I hope it doesn't continue. I really hope it stops. California, it's a beautiful place. Like I said, it's my home. I love California. It breaks my heart that, it's getting destroyed like this. But, we got to be aware anything could happen anywhere, even if you have money, whether you're rich, whether you're famous, wealthy. A natural disaster can affect anyone. But they said that this is definitely the worst fire in California history. They said that this damage was even worse than Hurricane Katrina. Like, it's really bad. 40,000 acres got burned down. Plenty of businesses, plenty of homes. I hope that people are going to be able to recover from it. I really hope so. I know some people probably aren't going to be able to, unfortunately, but I hope they can. I hope they help these people. I seen a video of Biden saying that he was only going to give residents $770. That's not nothing. You know what I mean? You know, people have home insurance. Their home insurance isn't even going to cover, you know, this stuff. Is just really sad, you know, to see people get fucked over like that. You know, they pay all this money, and then at the end of the day, everything you have just burns, literally. Like, it's just crazy. Like I said, it's not fair for the people. You know, if the government did do something like this, that's horrible. I wouldn't put it past. I feel like, you know, Hurricane Katrina, that was no accident. This was no accident. I mean, it's just very sad because it's like when shit like that does happen, it's like, what can anybody really do about it? You know what I mean? Like, we all have our theories, but we can't really prove anything. It's just like when shit like this does happen, you know, there's a lot of pain and suffering from other people, but they just don't care. They want their way. They just want to do things the way they want to do things. And at the end of the day, if they want to do it, it's not really too much we can do, but just try to keep ourselves safe, leave the area. Like, we just can't really control the shit that goes on around us. You know, that's just how I see it in a nutshell. But I just want everybody to be safe. Anybody who's watching this video, I made this video, you know, just to share my thoughts and opinions. Also to just inform people of information, you know, of what's going on in these fires. I mean, I still, you know, question everything. You know, I know a lot of residents and the people that this happened to definitely have a lot of questions. So it's just really sad. Like I said, Los Angeles, it's never going to be the same. You know, it's going to get even more expensive, way more expensive than it already is. Sadly, a lot of things are not going to be there anymore. You know, let's see what's going to happen if and when they rebuild this smart city, which I definitely think is going to happen. I feel like it is going to happen. I think that was the whole point of this fire, in my opinion. But rest in peace, you know, to the 27 people who have lost their lives. I know some people were saying they didn't want to evacuate their homes, that they just lived there for so long and that they just couldn't leave. So it's really sad.
Well, you know, I know they were messing with the water, letting reserves go for one reason or another. They've been doing that a while. California has a lot of problems that sort of baffle the mind as far as why they do things. And then in the events like this, you sort of look, well, is it on purpose? Which, it's an insane thing to think. But one begins to ponder whether or not there is a purpose in mind. What could it be, you know? Do they want the state empty?
You did invite him to come out here. Have you had any response?
No.
Nothing. Multiple times, Mr. Trump has threatened to withhold aid for California wildfires, both as president and now again as president-elect. Are you worried that he might actually do that?
Well, I mean, he's done it Utah, he's done it in Michigan, did it in Puerto Rico. He did it to California back before I was even governor in 2018, until he found out folks in Orange County voted for him, and then he decided to give the money. So he's been at this for years and years and years. It transcends states, including, by the way, Georgia. He threatened similarly. I've been pretty expressive about that in the context of someone threatening our first responders in terms of supporting the immediacy of their needs.
That's what you take it as, that President-elect Trump is threatening the first responders here.
Well, I mean, it's what he said. He said, I'm not going to support the firefighting efforts. I'm not going to support the state of California as it relates to its emergency management. He made this pretty clear during the election, unless they do my bidding.
I talked to a fireman once. This is one of the reasons that freaked me out. And he was telling me, he goes, dude, one day, he goes, it's just going to be the right wind, and fire's going to start in the right place, and it's going to burn through LA all the way to the ocean, and there's not a fucking thing we can do about it. I go, really? He goes, yeah, we just get lucky. He goes, we get lucky with the wind. He goes, but if the wind hits the wrong way, it's just going to burn straight through LA, and there's not going to be a thing we can do about it. Because these fires are so big, dude. They're talking about like thousands of acres that are burning simultaneously with like 40-mile-an-hour winds. And the wind's just blowing embers through the air, and those embers are landing on roofs, and those houses are going up, and they're landing on bushes, and those bushes are going up, and everything's dry. And once it happens in a way where it's so spread out that there's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do.
You just have to evacuate, right?
Nothing they can do.
I've noticed something strange about these LA fires, and people keep tagging me about it. The first odd thing is that insurance companies dropped fire coverage just 3 months before the fire started. Many reports suggest that electrical wires from the power grid could be causing these fires. On top of that, the water supply has been cut off. And doesn't this picture seem a little strange? The trees are still standing, but the houses are gone. Now, to be clear, this is for educational purposes only. I'm not claiming anything, but here's another thing. If you go to Google and type in 2028 Smart LA City, you'll see they're planning to build a smart city in LA. Coincidence? It's a lot easier to build a new city when there are no buildings left. And some people believe it's karma. Again, this is just for educational purposes. I hope everyone over there stays safe